There it is. Anything else here? Ammo, that's always good.
Cure's locked in. Once we get the fans going, we should be good.
Alright, we got 2 fans to turn on. And more Vorcha to deal with.
Got him!
I have located the fan controls. There are 2, one on either side of the room you're in now.
They're kind of out of my range. Again.
Have a nice trip.
Why the hell did it deploy there? I had these guys targeted. That seems to be it for now. Fan seems to be down here. I'm sure there will be more Vorcha. And I'm right. How surprising. Boom.
Firing an impact gun.
Still not allowed to save. Well then, fine.
One down, one to go. Let's move.
Metagel. We don't need any, but still. I'm gonna have to get closer. Jacob, you're in my way.
I've got him!
Okay. Clips.
Time to die. Firing an impact shot.
Dave blows up real good. And there's more rocket troopers up there.
I've got him.
Standing out in the open, that makes it real easy for me. Yeah, that's really not working at that distance, is it?
Firing nothing shot.
They're still kind of too far away for me to hit. Okay, that didn't target him.
This'll put him down. On to target down.
Take out the Krogan.
Have a nice trip.
They're a lot more dangerous than the Vorcha, generally speaking. Are those two up there still with us? Charge! I tend to pick the worst possible moments to deploy the combat drone, don't I?
Both fans are up. That should be it.
Return to Mordin. Oh, that happens automatically. It seems. That saves us some time.
Environmental systems engaged. Airborne viral levels dropping. Patients improving. Vorcha retreating. Well done, Shepard. Thank you.
And thank you from me as well. Those Batarians would have killed me. For a second there, I thought you were going to shoot them even after they let me go.
I made a promise to spare them if they let you go. I honor my promises.
Merciful of you. Risky. Would have killed them myself.
Professor, how can you say that? You're a doctor. You believe in helping people.
Lots of ways to help people. Sometimes heal patients. Sometimes execute dangerous people. Either way helps. Go check on the patients. Lots of work to do. Think about what I said. Good kid, bit naive. He'll learn. Letting him take over the clinic. Should be able to handle it now that Vorcha are gone.
We've cured the plague. Are you ready to help stop the collectors?
Yes. Unexpected to be working with Cerberus. Many surprises. Just need to finish up here at the clinic. Won't take long. Meet you at your ship. Looking forward to it.
I think there's a couple of things we can do here that I want to show you.
I'm gonna look around for a moment.
And then it's gonna flash up this press and hold F to end the mission thing the whole time. The reason I want to look around here is because some of the people we talked to before are now here.
I know you. From the apartment. You found me. You told Mordin about me, didn't you? You saved my life.
Okay, well, the thing disappeared just in time.
Remember this the next time you're about to judge our species.
I was wrong about you, human. I was wrong about a lot of things.
The last time I saw you, you were too weak to move.
2 of Mordin's assistants found me. They gave me the vaccine and brought me back here once I was stable. They were humans, but they risked their lives to find me and bring me to safety.
I hate these pop-ups, especially this one.
I'm glad to see you're okay.
I owe you my life, human. Thank you.
Very good. I think there's more people we can talk to. Like Daniel. I suppose he has a thing or two to say as well.
I can't believe Mordin said all those things. I thought I knew him. I can't believe Mordin said all those things.
There's one thing to say.
I thought I knew him.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, the 2 refugees we found are also here.
Thanks for bringing us here. Thanks for bringing us here.
Thanks for bringing us here. You probably saved our lives.
I think that's it, though. Everybody else was here before.
With the Vorcha gone, the Blue Suns should be able to regain control of the district. Things can get back to normal.
Seems that they do have other things to say, though.
With the Vorcha gone,
The Vorcha may be gone, but I still don't trust the Blue Suns. Not after what they did.
That's probably a good stance to take.
This clinic gave me sanctuary during the plague. I'll see if they need my help.
It's going to be strange running the clinic without the professor. But we'll get by.
Things are gonna be tough when Mordin goes. I hope everyone here remembers everything we did for them.
Let's hope so. I think we're done. You can press or hold F or use one of the doors. Doesn't really matter. Mission complete! And we leveled up to level 6. Recruited Dr. Mordin Solus for the team. Examination of Omega Plague Cure confirms Dr. Solus's expertise. Can also use work on Omega as leverage against Arya if necessary. We got a Carnifex hand cannon. I already read the description on the weapon screen. An assault rifle damage upgrade. which we can now research because we got a scientist. Metagel capacity research, and we found 22,000 credits and got 25,000 in funding. We also found 1,000 EZO, 2,000 palladium, 2,000 platinum, and 2,000 iridium. Now it's back to the Normandy to finish up the recruitment.
Welcome to the Normandy, Professor. It's an honor to have you on board.
Yes, very exciting. Cerberus working with aliens. Unexpected. Elusive man branching out, maybe? Not so human-centric.
You're very well informed.
Solarian government well-connected espionage experts had top-level clearance once, retired now. Still, hear things. Informed of name only, no knowledge of man behind it. Anti-alien reputation listed as problematic.
Don't kid yourself, Professor. Humans still come first in the elusive man's eyes. But this mission is too big for them to handle alone.
The Collectors are abducting human colonists out on the fringes of Terminus space.
Not simple abductions. Wouldn't need me for simple.
Entire colonies disappear without a trace. No distress signals are sent out. There are no signs of any kind of attack. There's virtually no evidence that anything unusual happened at all. Except that every man, woman, and child is gone.
Gas, maybe? No. Spreads too slow. Airborne virus? No. Slower than gas.
You don't have to sit there and guess. We collected samples from one of the colonies. I'd like you to analyze them and figure out how the Collectors did this.
Yes, of course. Analyze the samples. Going to need a lab.
There's a fully equipped lab on the combat deck, Professor Solus. If you find anything lacking, please place a requisition order.
Who's that? Pilot? No. Synthesized voice. Simulated emotional inflections. Could it be? No. Maybe. Have to ask. Is that an AI?
This ship is equipped with an artificial intelligence.
An AI on board? Non-human crew members? Cerberus more desperate than I thought.
The Collectors have taken tens of thousands of colonists. We'll do whatever we have to do to find and stop them.
Yes, of course. Can't risk being captured like colonists need to identify, neutralize technology, need samples. Which way to the lab?
Follow me, Professor.
So we completed our first recruitment. Well, second if you count Zaid, but that wasn't really a mission. We just sort of picked him up. Got a whole bunch of unlocks. And now that we have Mordin, we can go into the tech lab over here, where Mordin is working on his collector cure stuff. And we can do research as well, using the terminals over there. Let's talk to Mordin first, see how he's settling in.
Shepard, how can I help?
Is the lab working well for you?
Quite satisfactory. Found a few surveillance bugs. Destroyed most of them. Returned expensive one to Miranda. Nothing unexpected. Just need more samples. More collector data, tissue samples, anything you can get, I can use. Find new tech.
Are there any medical concerns I should be aware of on the team?
Cerberus personnel in excellent condition. No squad concerns to report. Always some matters, but nothing affecting immediate mission.
And almost all of the squad members, actually all of the squad members, except for Zaid and Kasumi, because they're DLC characters, have an upgrades option you can talk about, in which case they will tell you about some upgrade they might have for either the Normandy or your squad. And again, you will need those.
Any ideas on other ways to prepare for the Collectors?
Ideas, yes. Expensive, but possibly valuable. Can show you.
And that automatically opens the research terminal, which you can also do by opening the terminal manually. And quite frankly, I'm not entirely sure what he just recommended. Well, that makes it easy. Mordin Omnitool. That's the one he just gave us by talking to him. Mordin gets plus 20% tech power damage. Too bad it only applies to Mordin. I would like plus 20% tech power damage, but that's not possible. Mordin built his own Omnitool and can make significant upgrades given the proper materials. Now, here is where these elements come in, because they are required for research. Different kinds of research require different elements. So there's element 0, palladium, iridium, and platinum. Element 0 is by far the rarest, and since you get equal bonuses in the beginning for all of them, you proportionally actually get a bigger Element 0 bonus because it's rarer and you also need less of it. And you got the same amount of bonus. So this research apparently requires 2700 Element 0. I don't really know what the units here are. Tons? Kilos? No idea. And we have 56,000 Element 0. This is like the old Warcraft stuff where you have 2000 wood and gold without any units. Okay, well that's interesting and useful for him, so let's research. We have plenty of Element 0 at the moment, so let's do that. There we go. We'll be doing more research pretty soon.
Shepard, how can I help?
And that's all the upgrades he knows, I think.
Any ideas on other ways to prepare for the collectors?
Sorry, I've done what I can. Focusing on studying collector tech now.
Okay, we've talked about the other two, so let's try this option.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Of course. Plague on Omega dealt with. Plenty of time to analyze collector intelligence. Impressive laboratory setup. Missed working for operations with a budget. AI in particular. Very helpful. Best setup I've seen since work with Special Tasks Group.
Is your assistant Daniel settling in all right?
Quite well. Safe and secure. Neighborhood mostly quiet with Plague gone. Left him the security mechs just in case. Can't be too careful. Also tired of mechs. Noisy. Never used them in STG.
It must have been frustrating working on Omega with such a limited facility.
No, loved it. Limited facility presents challenge. Save greatest number of people using limited resources. Security threats, gangs, mercenary groups add additional difficulty. Quite enjoyable. Plague stretched abilities to limit. Couldn't have asked for more. Also, enjoy. Saving people, of course. Helping the helpless, greater good, all that too. Nice. Retirement after SDG work complete.
Tell me more about the Solarian Special Task Group.
Respected organization. Clandestine. Handles difficult assignments with limited oversight. Recon, analysis, occasional wet work. Identify problems, have neutralization options ready should need arise. Model for Council Spectres based on Special Tasks Group. Very similar.
Similar in what way?
Solarians lack numbers, brute strength, military prowess, have to rely upon stealth, intelligence. Agents trusted, given wide operative freedom. Spectres similar, given goal, told to accomplish. Better, funded, of course. Didn't have to buy our own weapons.
Yeah, which is something we did have to do. So, I guess that's 1 point for the STG then.
You said you were in the Special Tasks Group. What kind of research were you doing?
Not simply research. Several recon missions. Covert, high risk, served under a young captain named Kirahi. Studied Krogan genophage, took water, tissue samples from Krogan colonies.
Kirahi, we know him.
I worked with an STG captain named Kirahi. His team helped me destroy Saren's cloning facility on Vermeer.
Heard he was part of that. Jury-rigged explosive. Always got job done with limited resources. Good captain. Bit of a cloaca, though. Loved his speeches. Hold the line. Personally prefer to get job done and go home. Probably military bravado, jargon, chest pounding. No offense.
Why would STG study the genophage?
Krogan rebellion's bloody, dangerous, nearly as bad as Rachni attacks. All species evolve, adapt, mutate. If genophage weakens, need to be prepared.
What was the STG preparing to do?
Military schematics for likely Krogan population growth, political scenarios for attack points. Genophage reduced Krogan numbers. Species aggression unchecked, population explosion would be disastrous. STG helped check Krogan rebellions, needed to be ready to do the same. Simple recon, nothing to worry about.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Bioweapon designed by Solarian science team, deployed by Turians against Krogans to end Krogan rebellions more than 1,000 years ago. Affects every cell of Krogan body. Commonly and incorrectly considered a sterility plague. Actually adjusts viable fertility rates to compensate for high Krogan birth rate. Stabilizes to pre-industrial population growth levels.
Well, so that we knew already, of course, from talking to Rex. And, you know, the whole thing on Vermeer.
Nice talking with you, Mordin.
Should get back to work. Need to study. So much data. Here if you need me.
Mordin is probably my favorite character along with Tali. Incidentally, both Mordin and Tali are written by the same writer, Patrick Weeks, as of Mass Effect 2 anyway. I don't think he worked on Mass Effect 1. So, big respect for that guy. This is the lab, apparently. It has laboratory equipment in it, not surprisingly. And another window into the engine room. Cerberus seems to like that. That's the armory over there. And let's check the research terminal, because there was more research for us to do. And let's read what research is about. Research new upgrades to dramatically improve the power of your squad members, weapons and ship. Discover research projects by acquiring new upgrades. For example, if you find an assault rifle upgrade, your scientists can study it, and they may discover a research project to further improve assault rifles. When you purchase a research project, you must pay the specified amount of rare resources. You then gain the upgrade described in the research project, and the upgrade moves to the upgrade section of the research terminal. I have to say, I don't really like the system using the different rare resources, because basically what it does you have actual credits, and you have 4 different types of resources. So what it does is it gives you 5 incompatible types of credits, basically, because it just works like having to pay for these research projects, except you can't pay with credits. You have to pay with the resources you find, and you can't buy the resources. So all it does is give you incompatible forms of payment, meaning that you have to keep looking for all of them. We have different categories of weapon upgrades. Weapon upgrades are modular technological improvements integrated into any weapon. When a weapon upgrade is obtained, it's automatically integrated into the appropriate weapon. Obtain weapon upgrades in stores and by scanning items on mission. There's also armor upgrades. An armor upgrade is a modular technology that can be added to your armor to improve its defensive, protective, or medical capabilities. When you obtain new armor upgrades, they will automatically be integrated into your entire squad's armor. Purchase new armor upgrades from stores on hub worlds, or discover the technology to build new armor upgrades by scanning items on missions. There's also ship enhancements. The Normandy represents the cutting edge of Cerberus fleet technology, but further improvements are possible and could assist you in succeeding in missions. Discover possible enhancements by talking to your crew. And although they don't directly help you with fighting in the game, you want those ship enhancements. Because if you don't get them, people are going to die. Your squad members are going to die if you don't get all possible upgrades before getting to the end of the game. And there's prototypes. Although prototype technology is advanced and powerful, it is also extremely expensive to produce and often unstable when used. Thanks to Cerberus's advanced science facilities and the genius of Dr. Mordin Solus, you have one of the few facilities in the world capable of producing these technologies. Each technology you produce will be powerful, but will upgrade only a single member of your squad. Discover prototype technology by scanning advanced technology on missions and discussing research with your squad members. Like, we just got Mordin's Omni tool by talking to him. Let's see what upgrades we've got so far. We found this assault rifle upgrade in Mordin's mission just now, so we can research that. And that closes the terminal. And that's the same description you get here. So why they have another view for that, I don't know. There's a couple of grayed out ones here. And when they're grayed out means they're not available. Either that means you need more resources, but that's not the case here. We have sufficient platinum to make this research. But, as it says here, it requires one more sniper rifle damage upgrade to unlock. So we need that first. Same for here. This one, we can only research this after we get one more assault rifle damage upgrade. And shotgun shield piercing requires one more shotgun damage upgrade. Platinum is something you'll need quite a lot of, because quite a few upgrades require it. Armor upgrades. We've got one. Metagel capacity, which we found in Mordin's clinic. Also requires platinum. So let's research that. So now we can carry, I think, 4 metagels. And now there's the trauma module, but we need 1 more metagel capacity before we can do that. Prototypes. We've got advanced training. Through intensive training, Shepard can learn to use a single bonus power. Obtaining more loyal squad members will increase the number of powers available for Shepard. Shepard can complete this research project multiple times. Each time the project is completed, Shepard selects a new bonus power, and any points already spent transfer to the newly selected bonus power. So this is basically how you can switch between bonus powers. So right now I've got Gev Shield Boost, but if I wanted another one, I could do this research project and spend some element 0 to get a different one. First time I played the game, I didn't read this right, and I thought you could get more than 1 bonus power just by doing this multiple times. I didn't really understand how it worked, so I wasted a whole lot of element 0 trying to do this, and that was kind of a waste. Especially because back then I didn't have the bonuses for playing Mass Effect 2 for the second time. So I had less element 0, and element 0 is also the hardest to find, so... Heavy weapon ammo, we found that on Freedom's Progress. We also bought one, so that's why this is 2 out of 5. And with the DLC content, you can actually, on some of them, you can get to more of 5. It will still say 2 out of 5, but then once you get to 5 out of 5, then the next one you find the 6 out of 6, if there's another one. I'm not sure if this heavy weapon is one of them. But I think there's a couple where you can get more than 5, even though it still only says 5. Just because downloadable content gives you extra stuff. That apparently requires iridium to research. Well, more heavy weapon ammo is not a bad thing in this game, I can tell you that much. And we also got a new... actually 2 new heavy weapons to research. The M622 Avalanche. Cryo-round technology is used to modify standard weapon slugs. A cooling laser collapses the ammunition to Bose-Einstein condensate, a mass of supercooled subatomic particles capable of snap-freezing impacted objects. Normandy's scientists have found a way to apply this technology on a large scale. By generating a Mass Effect containment bubble, this proof-of-concept large weapon technology is effective against armor, shields, and biotic barriers. It is nicknamed the Cryo Blaster, and that scroll bar is really useful. Okay, I'll build it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. I have my preferred heavy weapons. The cane isn't one of them, by the way. So I'll research it. Just so I have it. I like having everything. The ML-77 missile launcher. Rapid-fire missile launcher with seeking projectiles. Effective against armor, shields, and biotic barriers. Missile launchers are surfacing with increasing frequency among the Terminus system's mercenary bands, but their origin is unknown. Each projectile features a friend or foe recognition system, ensuring it will find a hostile target, though not necessarily the one in the crosshairs. In urban situations, it is useful for taking out snipers and other entrenched enemies, so it is popular with the Blue Suns mercenary band. It is nearly impossible to duplicate, as it uses fabrication rights management technology. It's like DRM for micro-manufacturing. That is one I will use. That's a very useful one. So let's research that. 2 more blocked ones. Heavy Bone Weave requires 1 more Heavy Skin Weave upgrade to unlock. And that's also something we bought, I think, somewhere. Heavy Skin Weave. And the M920 Cane, it requires 1 more heavy weapon ammo upgrade to unlock. The M920 Cane is basically like carrying around a mini nuke. It is incredibly powerful. It is overkill for almost any situation. It can kill almost all heavy enemies in a single shot. The problem is it basically needs maximum ammo to get a single shot. Even if you have all of the possible heavy weapon ammo upgrades, the most you can get it to is 2 shots. And you really need to be very careful about collecting heavy weapon ammo, and then you might be able to fire it like every other mission, not every mission. So that's why I don't like it. You need to be way too careful about collecting ammo and where you use it and which order you do missions in, when you might need heavy weapons and whatever, to be able to fire that thing. So that's why I don't like it. Firing it is cool, but still.